in to Frankyrose's Crime Updates. Crime Updates. You are now tuned in to Frankyrose's Crime Updates. Crime Updates.
Let's switch to suspense. Let's switch to suspense.
You are now tuned in to Frankyrose's Crime Updates. Crime Updates. Crime Updates. You are now tuned in to Frankyrose's Crime Updates. Crime Updates.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're doing well. It's Franky Rose. I thought maybe we would go through the video that AWP just put out. I've watched it a couple of times actually, but I'm finding that every time I go through it, that I'm learning more. So I thought maybe we'll start with a fast article and go from there. So I hope your Saturday is going well. Everything's going good here. We're at 87 Fahrenheit. Okay, let's look at this. So as we know, this is Kiely. And it's saying Kiely Rodni reportedly went missing on August 6th in Truckee, California. And the video, and we're talking about AWP's, video comes as a major announcement about memorializing her young life. So there, as they're talking about that, there is also a memorial coming up, and I think it's on the 10th, but we'll double check here. Let's just take a peek. Just a beautiful girl, eh? The California teen's body was discovered 2 weeks after she went missing while attending a large, very large, right, senior send-off. It was a party with lots of teens, and it was located about 16 miles northeast of Lake Tahoe. Her body was found by AWP, which is a specialty dive team, and they were in the Prosser Creek Reservoir, August 21st. The recovery dive team has now released a documentary-style video, and I thought that's what we would go through. I don't know if you guys seen the short one that was an introduction, but that was upsetting as well. So the recovery diving team has now released the documentary-style video on the missing teen's case, chronicling its search for Kiely. About 30 minutes into the video, the team's sonar highlighted something about 50 feet from the shore of Prosser Creek Reservoir. I'm not sure about you guys, but some of this was just a little bit suspect, and it continues to be. So it's probably nothing, but it looks like a big shadow. Nick Wren said, now he's the newest that I've seen join AWP, and it looks like he's going to be starting with his own team, which is good news. If this is her, that means all hope is lost in terms of her still being out there and her showing up and being found safe, Doug Bishop, one of the founders of the team, said on a video. The footage then goes to show Kiely's license plate and car, which was flipped onto its roof. Wren also pointed the camera into the back seat while he confirmed there was a body. She is not in the driver's seat, he says in the documentary. So this over here is, okay, that's not going to work. This over here is the video from AWP. I'll start it, and if anybody has any questions, I will make sure to stop and see if we can address them. So, okay, here we go. Okay, so that is our intro. It's even this far, it starts to get a little bit upsetting, doesn't it? So I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can just put this on so it's full camera on one screen for me. I'll stop periodically and see if there's any comments, because I don't think on this particular computer, although I've got more than one screen, I don't think that I will be able to separate them. So let's get back to this.
Year-old Kiely Rodni was last seen at a 300-person end-of-summer high school party in the Tahoe National Forest that stretched from Friday night into the early morning hours of Saturday. Authorities have conducted search efforts since then, including dive teams that entered Crossing Lake Reservoir on Wednesday, looking near the shoreline for signs of Rodni or her vehicle, but they found no clues leading them to Rodni's whereabouts. Police said she last spoke with her friends and family shortly after midnight on August 6th, and her phone turned off around 12:33 a.m. Law enforcement has expressed frustration at the lack of live attendance, and that fewer than 200, 300 people at the party are coming forward with information. We just got out of Bed Bath here in St. Louis, on our way to work that Kiely Rodni came just down the street in California. And a long-time listener, fan of ours, coming up to us. We had information in regards to Kiely Rodni. Want to explain a little bit about what you think of this.
So this part here, where we're talking about Nick, I'm just going to pause. A lot of people are trying to place him. Oh, is that right, Mallory? Okay, we tried to fix that. I put on this closed caption just in case. But I think I've got everything maxed out. Maybe a chicken at one point. You might hear sugar gliders barking in the back. Okay, I'm going to see if this will work again. I'll keep watching, and if you're still having problems, Mallory, I will see if I can do anything else. So yeah, this tow truck driver, or I guess that I don't like him going by that, the fellow that went out there to help about the dead battery, a lot of people are trying to place him at one of these parties. Personally, I don't think that's the case, but that's just me. Here we go. Does anybody know what a bro shirt is? Is it, we used to call them wife beaters, over the shoulder, just like fairly narrow over the shoulders and almost like a tank. Is that what that is?
He was also a little bit like shorter than me, so I'm 6'3". You realize all of this. When do you think that this took place? Was it before, during the day, after she disappeared? To be honest with you, it's either right after she disappeared or right before she disappeared. But it was around noonish, like 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I got out to her. During that period of time, I have to say that's all that was for me. I hope you have a great day. Be able to for a couple of hours to obviously make sure everything's working good on the vehicle, charging system wise at that point in time. Then I left, and then a week later is when I saw at a coffee shop that she was gone. Called it on fire. Yeah, but then everything spiraled out of control, and I got in contact with a detective and tried to do everything I could. And then I saw you guys. Now we know we have a title on them, which was already on my radar. Do you know who placed the call to your roadside company? So I can't get details. The call company goes through me. They go through the dispatch. So you initially dispatched. Did you call them to say you were coming, or you just showed up? I did call them. Nothing went through. It was straight through voicemail. You know if she had a phone on her at the time? She did say that her phone was dead, and so she used whoever this was, she used his phone. So that's how she did get called.
So my understanding is that this fellow basically seen AWP pulling in, and he went over to speak with them. If I remember correctly, there's two videos that AWP has not released. So I'm hoping that the audio is a little bit better. I've been trying to fiddle with a couple of things here. Oh, okay. Hi, Maxi Texi, wearing headphones and sounds super low. Oh, yes. Yes, she's loud. Okay. I will keep trying to work and see if I can figure out how to get this volume for the video louder, because I've got it cranked on my side too and it's pretty loud. Let's hope that's Jazzy you heard barking. She usually makes an appearance at least once. Okay, well, listen to this and I'll see if I can work on the volume. So I'm curious, who thinks that this fellow actually helped Kiely and that was her vehicle? I don't know. I don't think he's trying to mislead anybody, but I haven't quite got it figured out how this would all work out logistically. Mexi Texi, can you hear that any better on your end? Before we carry on, I'm just gonna make sure. So yeah, all my volumes are cranked. After we're done this one, I will see if I can get somebody to give me a hand with the volume on these streams. I can't quite figure it out on my own. So I'm curious. I still can't figure out in my mind how they would have been able to get a vehicle from Boca over to Prosser without being seen by somebody. I guess it's possible, but in my mind, it's pretty unlikely. And yeah, I'm sorry about this darn volume. Like I said, I'll look into it and keep working on it. I find it interesting because Doug's so polite there, but I'm not really seeing the love from, I don't know, from law enforcement. Maybe they're embarrassed. I don't know what the case is, but hopefully it wasn't an intentional distraction when they kept saying that they were, well, that they had cleared off this reservoir.
Hey Nick, yeah, I was just doing a test to see if the vehicle did go down in here, if they had cell service to call somebody. We're not far from where she had to call because of the apparently couldn't start the vehicle. Right, right. So, okay, just tell you. Sorry, bud. So we cleared the area behind the campground that was just behind where Nick serviced her car.
I'm just going to try something here. Okay, there we go. All right.
There's not hardly any access whatsoever for a vehicle, plus it is extremely shallow. Here, the ground is a lot harder, so the tire tracks are a lot harder to see. However, we can see the tire track clear as day. You got tire track right here. Look at this. See that? There's a tire track. We also have, equipment there.
So I'm wondering, they're showing all of these tire tracks. Do you guys think that it's possible that Kylie's vehicle tracks were not shown because it had rained that night? It was not evident, and they're blaming it on all of the different people that were searching. But with that said, somebody searched first. So somebody, if those tracks were evident, should have seen them.
Trucks during the day, probably workers. Whether or not we can see tire tracks, it doesn't matter because I can see out at least more than 100 feet. You can clearly see the growth. In the growth, the pattern in the growth, the vegetation, nothing's been changed. If a car would go in, there'd be a path, and a car's not going to go that far out right here. There's no path. There's nothing cut. You could launch a car off here, though. It's just you're not going to
Look at how thick that bush is. I live in the Rocky Mountains, so this terrain is very, very familiar with me. Um, we were talking, Mexi Texi, I seen you said something about the deep lakes. I'm very much the same. I'll I will walk all the way around a lake while someone boats across it just to avoid something that they don't know the depth of.
Day two in our search for Kiely Rodni. We're beginning right here at ground zero across the family recreation site. Kiely, 16-year-old Kiely, disappeared. According to law enforcement, this was her last known location. Yesterday, we based our search on what was incredible. We took that, we dissected it, and determined that we should start in a different area. Those areas were even within our 10-mile radius. We were able to rule them out, and what brings us back to square one here at Foster Family Campground. Kylie and her family are from the local area here in Southern California. Everywhere we've gone along this search, we've seen these posters absolutely everywhere. It's great to see a community come together and support for this family in need. And it's also because of a community like you that we were able to do what we did. So please, if you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, share, and watch these videos. We really appreciate everything you do for us.
I just wanted to stop it here and kind of take a look at how much it has receded. And yeah, absolutely. They said that the car's tires had made like a sharp left, which I also find rather interesting. Look at how close she was to the edge of that reservoir. Unreal. So I'm curious. This was basically the first time I heard that Kiely was possibly in a fight. I'm not finding anything else to verify, but that's something else I would love to look into a little bit. That Sammy, I don't know. I don't know about her.
And then cars started flying out of the parking lot. Something bad happened, and all the kids' parents told them not to get involved. You may want to keep in mind that there's a possibility of what happened to Kylie that is more sinister and thereby painted. I do. I feel the same way. A kid goes missing after attending a party of 200 to 300 people. There's always, most likely, something that happened at that party. Someone knows something. Someone possibly did something. It's an accurate and fair assessment to make. Not only one person knows, but multiple people know. This boat ramp over here is in our target area as well. This entire reservoir, but we have another boat ramp right here. You can see the cars how they pull down right to the water all the way over here. So if something bad happens, you can put a car in here anywhere. We are on the side where the party was. Here.
Okay, so look at all the different roads that can get through those trees. And I'm also kind of wondering, you can see that on the higher level, that dirt is more compact. It's, probably not going to leave as many tracks, but the stuff below it going into the water, again, I am rather surprised that nobody noticed any kind of tracks. So from the party, I mean, it would take just even a few minutes just to walk there. Again, I mean, what about this fight? That 12:30 that everybody left, was it because someone was attacking Kylie? I certainly hope not. I don't necessarily want to speculate, but this really makes your brain wonder what the hell went on out in those woods.
Again, Ralph. So we're going to find the vehicle. I'm fully expecting to find it right where we are right now. It's really shallow, man.
So, right there, yeah, I think you were right. If you see where the shore, how much it's receded, that is quite substantial, more than I originally thought.
So we're going to head over here to the other side of the reservoir where there are lots of drive lanes down to the water's edge where people have cookouts, get-togethers, parties, family gatherings. That this is a prime location where Kylie's vehicle could have made it into the reservoir. Is that what you just saw? Yeah. So just a big
Whoa, isn't that scary? Isn't that scary? They've really improved their equipment. Wow.
Shadow there, you see that? Yeah, it doesn't make sense though. It's only 10 feet of water. We definitely have something man-made. Big. Probably nothing, but it's a big shadow. It's something. Isn't that weird? I mean, that's just big. It's definitely something. Franky under us right now. What is that, Carson? Is that a boat? Whatever it is, it had build up on it. Could be a car. Or in the shape of a boat. Similarities that show build up. Which we shouldn't have build up on this car. Look like an upside down sunken boat. Possibly. I believe it's a car. You're gonna have to be quiet because I don't want to alarm the entire campground right now. This is an ongoing investigation.
Holy crap. Like, look at how close from shore. Whoa. So, I mean, I guess if she had built up speed, she would go a little ways out there. And being that there was damage, well, that one window was down. And I'm not quite sure if I understand what's going on with the other side, uh, back window. I've heard a couple of different things. But yeah, that's a little bit scary. That's a good jump. Ugh. Yeah, these guys are really good at what they do. You're right. I just can't imagine tackling these things mentally. I don't know about you guys, but this literally gives me the shivers. It's a full body, oh my God, shivers. Do you know what? I've been looking for a sunroof Mexi and Mixie Dixie. I love it. Um, I can't tell. Maybe as we're going, if anyone notices if I miss something that shows one way or the other, let me know.
Right over there. This car is 3/10 of a mile. Our job is to be here, find where we have time. Now we need to assess the program. Full assessment. Is it going to be up or down? We're not removing license plate like we normally do.
There was that, let's see, that sticker you were just mentioning. Okay, yeah. Sorry about Jasmine. Sh Oh boy. So I don't know if you guys watched. There was somebody who did a video basically in slow motion and was able to start identifying things in there. So if it's accurate, and it looked like it to me, it looked like they were doing everything like a pro would do it. But at the very back there, before you like just after the light, the first kind of mounds you see, if you follow that around, they're saying that that is that pink excuse me, that pink and white hoodie she was wearing. We'll see if we get a better look. Oh, there was that sticker again. I am trying. So you seen that as well, Mexi Texi, with that guy doing the graphics that was able to pull out the color and yes, next to the charger. You betcha. Okay. So I just want to watch for that circle that's in that window again because it is proof to anybody who is doubting it that that window was up and was intact. Ah, there. Okay, so there's the window, the back window, not the cargo, the back window, and that is half down. So can you imagine how disorienting that would be if you are trapped in that vehicle? You would have to somehow swim down and wiggle out of that little area. Driver's rear. Yes, exactly. Driver's rear window. So you can make that out pretty good too. On the bottom there, you can see the rolling papers. They're called raw and they're kind of in a funnel. And yeah, that guy identified that as well. And somewhere there is also a pen that he had identified. Okay. So I'm wondering, you heard him say, I see a pair of shoes. Do you think that those shoes are attached? Like, is she wearing her shoes? I'm still not sure how to take that. Okay, I want to see on this side if there was anything open. I don't know. What do you think? So this has been quite disputed. I would love to know what you guys think about this as well. I think they followed exactly the guidelines that they have the entire time they've been doing this. I agree, Marie. They did a great job.
Yes, sir. In our investigation coming into this, um, find people underwater. We specialize. I don't know what you guys know, and we don't always know the why. We try to find the where, and that's why I can't really speak to it right now. Or right now, with that comment, park into the water, making a way. All the windows except for one. So Nick is the driver rear. I would recommend your daughter. This is just your daughter. If you really want to do, I would recommend this is not a part of that. This, yeah, she might well go. Yeah, behind me, get the buoy under, see the buoy behind me. With the other vehicle. But everybody can identify their own things. Said that they have located the body. They say they found the body inside the farm. Water. They notified family and one. Out there. About 50 years old.
I find it interesting. Usually, AWP will stick around while they do their thing. But this time, these guys were up and gone. So, yeah. Oh, person knew that the outcome was not going to be great, but it's heartbreaking. You spend all of this time trying to get as much information about her family, trying to figure stuff out. And, after a couple of days, 3, 4 days, you just don't, it's not looking good. And the longer and longer it went, it was getting worse and worse as far as her possibilities. But yet, when it come out, I didn't even want to hear it. It was like, oh, I felt like I was kicked in the stomach. This poor family. Yeah, Placer County. So, okay, Nick, I do have some, let me see here. I do have some information on the one Nick that is connected to that OD of the 15-year-old. And I'm the same. I have heard a few different things as far as Sammy goes. But being that there's two Nicks and two last names, there's the one I think that hangs out with Jagger, and then there is this other guy. But I don't know that there's a connection. If I find that information out, what I'll do is will attach the information onto my community page. So yeah, is there anything else you guys would like me to look for, you'd like to see before we close out, or do you want to talk about anything? Marie, I totally agree with you. I have never seen them be anything but professional. Let me see if I can still do this. Yes, I can. You're right, they don't touch anything. I felt so bad for Nick. Whoa, like for a first recovery, I cannot imagine anything worse. Like a young girl. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. So I've started a second channel. It's Franky Rose Crime Updates, but it's historic cases. And what that does is basically, I think, 24/7 true crime. And things can get pretty hard and pretty deep. This Kiely case is a prime example. So what I've decided to do is just start a separate channel where I can do historical cases. So right now I'm working on Griselda Blanco, who was like basically the cocaine godmother. And she made billions, and truly an interesting individual, worth actually taking some time to watch, or even, see what you can learn about her, because she is pretty interesting. I got kicked out of my own stream. So sorry about that. Unreal. Yeah, they're interesting cases, Marie. Just kind of a little bit lighter, a little bit easier on the soul. So, yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with me. That was great. And you're right, Mick. It could very well be just a tragic accident. I'm not quite sure how she would have ended up where she did, but all the same, you never know, right? So, yeah, I'm going to say just thank you very much for spending the time with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to try and, oh, my audio cut out now. I'm having some technical difficulties. So, on that note, have a great weekend, have a great night, and I'm going to see if I can't do this again tomorrow. Perfect. Thanks, Mick. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I'm going to try and do this again tomorrow. There's a few cases that are out there that really do need to be highlighted. Come join me. I really enjoyed you guys. Thanks for the great conversation, and I'll see you next time. Bye.